Hello everybody, I am Rustamova Zuhra. I work at Regional Center of Retraining and In-Service Training of Public Education staff in Samarkand. Today in this video lesson I'm going to explain about order of adjectives. So in my presentation today, in the content there are introduction, main part. In the main part about adjectives, I will give the information and types of adjectives, the importance of adjective order and correct of order adjectives, and examples, some quizzes, then conclusion. So, you know that in English it's normal to use one or more adjectives in one sentence, but sometimes people find it difficult to use in one sentence of 3 or 4 adjectives. So, for example, here my parents live in a nice new house, or in the kitchen there is a beautiful large round wooden table. So, you can see that I will explain about adjectives here. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or pronoun. Some adjectives describe by telling what kind of or how many. Sometimes more than one adjectives describe a noun or pronoun. For example, we saw 3 interesting wooden statues at the museum. So you can see the 3 comes before interesting and wooden. When you use more than one adjective, it is important to place them in correct order. So, I'm going to explain about 2 types of adjectives. They are objective and subjective. What does it mean, subjective? Subjective adjectives, they are for opinion. While when you give your opinion, it means you have subjective adjective use. So, for example, an expensive antique table or delicious spicy soup. So, next is objective. It means fact. You are describing with a fact. So, description of physical properties. Here examples, you see a big English sheepdog, handsome tall young man, large round table, my beautiful new wardrobe, a small red bag. So, while in the sentence has 2 or more adjectives that describe a color, we use conjunctions. So, for example, black and blue we use for describing a dress, we use here and. So, the importance of adjective order, why it is so important. So, the order of adjective in English language can be slightly different, but I have covered here. The standards are commonly used and the categories offered as a guide, but they are not carved in stone. So, in this slide you can see the correct placement of adjectives, how to place adjectives in order. The first one is opinion, the next one is size, age, shape, color, region and material. You see here about 7 categories, but I want to say that why do we place it in this order? We place them because of easy to change to the more difficult to change. For example, opinion we can change. It is easy to change. Okay, size also, but here the last categories are difficult to change. That's why we put them at the end. So, order of adjectives and the questions are given to the categories. So, opinion, what do you think about something? It is about your opinion. What do you think about this? For example, some quality of some thing. And how big, the size, how big or how small is it? And age, how old and young someone or something. So, shape, it means what is the shape of this object. Color, what color is it? And the region, where is it from? And the material, what is it made of? Purpose used for, what is it used for what we do use it. So, I have just prepared some examples for each categories. For example, opinion adjective, you can use these words. You will just describe your own opinion. Just in describing, you give your own opinion. For example, maybe it is good for you, bad, great, terrible, beautiful, pretty, comfortable, ugly, awful, etc. And here about size, you use some general size adjectives. adjectives, for example, big, huge, in explaining or describing some, for example, building or something, you use about what kind of size adjectives you can use. The examples are given here. So, for shape adjectives, you know the shape, we are going to describe the shape of anything. For example, it can be round, square, triangular, rectangular, or flat. So for age, we can use here also like old, ancient, new, young. So for color, you can use any color which you are going to describe. So nationality or origin adjectives, it means that you bought something and you want to explain that it is made in, for example, it is Japanese or German or Italian. And the material of a material adjective can be for what kind of material it was used in just making this object. For example, gold, silver, copper, cotton, and etc. So we have the last one, the last category. It is for purpose. For what? So purpose adjectives, as you can see here, almost like part of the noun, but they describe what the object is used for. For example, I bought a basket. Okay, so I bought a big basket for gardening. It means I need some basket for my garden, and I'm using here the adjective gardening. I'm explaining my purpose. So other adjectives, they are not fall into the categories above. And I'm going to explain that you have to remember that opinion adjectives always come before fact adjectives. As I said above, that we have two types of adjectives, so subjective and objective. In this case, opinion adjectives always come first. For example, delicious, it means opinion. Organic, it means fact. Crazy, it is opinion. Religious, it is fact. Interesting, it is opinion. Cultural, fact. Confusing, it is opinion. And financial, it is fact. But not everyone agrees on this order, and there may be some exceptions also. It's rare to use more than 3 adjectives in one sentence, but the adjectives you do use should be followed in this order. For example, you have to put first big, size and then color. For example, big red ball. Okay, you will put first opinion, then age, and then material. So, comfortable, new velvet dress. So, for example, here a lovely old ceramic coffee mug. Here, coffee should like be for purpose. So you can see that here also the easiest way to identify the correct order of adjective is to know incorrect placement of adjectives. So for example, red big ball is incorrect. Why? Because we don't put first color then size. We put first size then color. Big red ball is correct. A velvet new comfortable dress is incorrect. Why? Because we don't put material before age of anything. Here, comfortable new velvet dress is correct. An old ceramic lovely coffee mug is incorrect. Why? Because we don't put age before opinion. Here is opinion, it is age, it is material, it is purpose. So here, lovely old ceramic coffee mug is correct. If you can master the correct adjective order, your English will sound very natural. I want to say in conclusion that if you want to learn to know how to place correct adjective order, you have to simply use them by seeing or hearing in action. So most native English speakers, they don't know the rule about the correct order of adjectives at all. So we just know that if it sounds right, so like big red ball, yes, it's correct order of adjective. If we say red big ball, and we can feel that it sounds wrong, and they know in this way. So you should try to read and listen more English and eventually begin to order adjectives naturally. I have prepared also some quizzes for you. Let's do that. So, put the adjectives in order. For example, Italian, sports, fantastic. This sentence is about car. What do you think? Which adjective comes first? So, I hope you have found the answer. So, fantastic, Italian, sports, car is correct answer. So, next. Here, French, nice, old, teacher. What do you think? What adjective we have to put first? So, okay, yes, because nice is opinion and old is age and French is a region or nationality. Nice, old, French, teacher. Next one is alarm, red, small, clock. It's about the clock and you have to think about what adjective you will put first. So, I think that you have found the answer. Let's see the answer. Okay. Small, red, alarm clock. Small size, color, and what kind of clock? Alarm clock. Okay. So, next. Wooden, old, rocking chair. What do you think? What comes first? Let's see. The answer, an old wooden rocking chair. And old is the age and material. Rocking is purpose. Okay, next. Cotton, pretty yellow. It's about dress. You have to put correct. So I think that you know the answer. Okay, let's see. Yes, pretty yellow cotton dress. Why pretty? Because pretty is your own opinion. Yellow the color and the cotton is material. Thank you. Next. Old, interesting African bow. So, here you have to think about what will be the first. Okay, let's see. An interesting old African bow. Next. Black leather smart jacket. So, what do you think about the answer? Smart black leather jacket. Okay, next. Let's see. Red, sailing, beautiful. I will explain that this color. Sailing is for purpose, beautiful is your opinion. And your version is, I hope your version is that you have the beautiful red sailing boat. Okay, next. Chilean, delicious green grapes. So, your answer? Delicious green Chilean grapes. Okay. Plastic, blue, strange, chair. What do you think? Which comes first? Okay, yes, strange, blue, plastic. Why strange? It's your own opinion also. Blue is color and plastic is material. Okay. So, they were about examples and some quizzes. I hope you could get a little bit information from my video lesson about correct order of adjectives. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.